Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with another just unbelievable episode with all the graphics and the background and the staging and the. It's just amazing what I go through to put this on. Well, I do have on a bathrobe. Anyway, I'm so glad you're here. Today is recording day, so you'll have your video on Friday. So I woke up early because it's like, whoa, anxiety, got to get the video done because I work today at 6 a.m., so that keeps me busy. And then, of course, I wanted to put together my recipes for the next few days as I work. And that's what I do. So I do most of my prepping and executing of recipes before I go to work in the morning. And I seem to make everything out of cottage cheese these days. What is it with me with this? It's a great ingredient, I guess, for the way that I eat. I laugh when I think about how I used to eat. I did have a regular meal yesterday. I had a grass-fed ribeye, half of it, a gold Yukon potato, Brussels sprouts, and I forgot to cook those today, and a salad. And so it was a fun regular meal, and of course I'll have leftovers with the half of all of that I didn't finish, but I did want to get in a cottage cheese pizza crust and my cottage cheese Greek yogurt mousses, and so and obviously I forgot the Brussels sprouts, but it's a great time of day for me to do it. I wake up energized. I want to get everything done. I know that I'm going to go back to bed this morning before I go to work. But I just wanted to, talk the usual. No, I don't believe what I used to eat. It's so different than what I have today. I love what I have, but we are getting to soup and stew season. So I do like that. And I will be making things like chicken and cauliflower crumble soup, which takes the place of chicken with rice. Every now and then I do have a piece of bread. I do like the store's rustic sourdough French stick. So, it's like this long, and I cut it up into six smaller portions, like that, and 2.5 inches, maybe three, that I'll have alongside something. And I like it. It takes care of the deprivation. Otherwise, maybe I'll have that once a week. I do like my cottage cheese yogurt mousses that I have as a dessert, and I've got some ingredients here to show you. And that keeps me satisfied too. I don't believe in deprivation. I believe that for me, deprivation only builds up to having something that is so not what my food program is. I try to eat real food. I have that big salad every day with arugula or baby spinach or the Lil Gems from Trader Joe's, just hearty, green, crunchy things. I put in it organic peppers and a few craisins, dollop of cottage cheese, either feta crumbles or blue cheese crumbles. I love coleslaw mixed in with it as well. I use the juice of half a lemon, Bragg's vinaigrette dressing. That's very expensive now, and extra virgin olive oil for the dressing. Um, as, um, Chopped up red cabbage as well as some radicchio. I've got some of that in the fridge as well. So anyway, shaved carrots or grated carrots. So anyway, it's a hearty salad in that white bowl that I did show you with show and tell, and it's good. So I get the green veggies there. I bought a honeydew melon, and I've had it every day. This will be my fourth day, I think, and I haven't even finished half of it yet. So obviously, it is a 10-day fruit at the end of the meal experience. I also bought a little bag of organic pears, And they're cute little things. They're only like about the size of this little baby cup. And so I will have some chopped up honeydew melon, chopped up organic pear, and then I put on it the, right now it's the Stonyfield zero fat Greek yogurt. What, 3/4 of a cup is 70 calories, 14 grams of protein. Bonus, that's like another cottage cheese find. So I'll put some of that Greek yogurt on it and a smattering of some granola, which again makes it a little bit more fancy Nancy and keeps the deprivation away with a small amount of sweet. The sweetener that I use in my mousses is this, very expensive, but I love it. It is Lancanto monk fruit sweetener, and 1/4 of a cup, 30 grams, 0 calories. That would be 2 tablespoons. And so it has an erythritol and monk fruit extract. And this is a saving grace. It keeps me from the white sugar that shows up in the other things at times. And so I've been making these mousses with different ingredients, and I've been hankering, I know it's weird, for a butterscotch cream pie. And so I got this. I did not want to get the 0 sugar because it's got those fake artificial sweeteners, and they still do this to me. So this has, it still doesn't have good ingredients. So it's not like I'm out of the loop with being naughty. Put me in the naughty corner. But it's just regular sugar, dextrose. It's naughty. But I put into that little Hamilton Beach processor. Gosh, I use it every day. Hope I don't burn out the engine and the little machine in a couple of months. So I put in a 1/2 cup of the 2.5% Daisy cottage cheese and 1/2 cup of the yogurt, the Stonyfield zero fat yogurt. Then I put in 3 tablespoons of this, 2 tablespoons of the monk fruit, and a little bit of vanilla extract to make my butterscotch mousse. And then these little cookies that I got at Trader Joe's Chocolatey. I thought the chocolate would go good with it. And 17 cookies of 120 calories. So each mousse cup that I used had 5 of the cookies. So 1/3 of that is like 40 or 50 calories. And so when you have that and you have the cottage cheese and the yogurt, those two things add up to 50 calories in each serving with the 1.5 tablespoons of this. So to me, that is a very low calorie, low carb dessert that satisfies. And that's what I want. I want to be satiated. I'm still the 5-year-old little girl. I want to honor that a little sweet thing. I still have the fruit along with it. So I do have the 2 desserts, I guess you could say. One is a fruit and one is, once again, cottage cheese and yogurt. So I love that. And it satisfies me. I will have the leftover steak dinner tomorrow. But this morning, because I got up early, I was able to do, once again, my cottage cheese pizza crust. Now, how easy is this? Okay, so here's this. This is two dinners made with pizza. So it'll be 2 rather large pieces. It is 1 cup of the Daisy 2.5% cottage cheese. It is 1 egg. It is 1/3 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And then I put in fennel and garlic, hot peppers, the pepper flakes, and some oregano. I think that's all I put in it. Once again in the food processor. And I make that and I cook that probably at 350, probably for 12, 15 minutes, and then I flip it over. And I do spray the parchment paper with coconut oil so it doesn't stick. And I make sure that it's kind of loosened up with a spatula. And then I flip it over onto fresh piece of parchment paper and finish it off. So both up and on the bottom have been cooked. And I will make that into a pizza. So once again, you've got the 1 cup of cottage cheese, which is going to be 180 calories because it's low fat. And so you divide that by 4, 45 calories for your pizza crust. Then you add, I'm working on a organic pizza sauce right now. So a couple tablespoons of that on each piece, and then a little bit of the mozzarella provolone that I prefer, the rustic cut by Lucerne, and then some pepperoni or the chorizo that I have as well, or maybe even burger meat. I don't know yet because everything's in the freezer as far as the toppings. And so I'll make that, and that's another pretty low calorie, low carb dinner, along with the salad, along with the butterscotch mousse, along with the serving of fruit. And so it totally works for me. It takes a while to eat all of the things, and that's important to me too. I am not a golden retriever with a bowl of kibble. I like to dine, as some of you know. And so it's my eccentricities with my food because I like it to the dining experience to last. And then by the time it reaches my belly, it'll tell my head, I'm full and it's okay. I've had enough. I also love the habit of taking a little walk, even if it's 10 or 20 minutes. The one that I take is like 20 minutes exactly around the hood once I finish eating. And so somebody said, a couple of people said, so if 2 people said, it must be true, right? That the when you take a walk, your metabolism, your digestion likes that. And so it just, I don't know, it's good. So I do that. The digestion is just beginning, and it just makes me all happy. I have my 1 meal a day, as a lot of you know. I practice clean intermittent fasting. This week I'm having a bag of Verona beans by Starbucks. I definitely smell chocolate notes. It's not chocolate, but it has the notes. The notes won't interrupt the clean intermittent fasting. So when you go to pick out your coffees, it's not like buying hazelnut or French vanilla. It's just notes of chocolate. I definitely smell. So just black coffee, just plain water. I do that high hydrogen water, where you put the water in the glass thing, and it's got the little mechanics underneath, and you press the button, it turns green, and you can see the little bubbles come up. I have 4 of those a day. Love to have 5, but it just doesn't seem to happen. So it's usually 4. I have 2 before I go to work, and then 2 in the afternoon when I come home. And then I take my handful of supplements, which is just, whatever it is, magnesium and ginger, things like that. A multi, but a lot of magnesium, the ginger. I can see them all now, but I can't. So I love my food plan. I love fasting, working fasted. I have a physical job of the shopping for others, so I'm lifting bags and cases of water. I hate cases of water. And I do all of that from 6 to 12. Those are my hours, perfect for me. And then I come home and I prepare my OMAD. So it is something that I'm lucky. I'm cooking for 1, still shopping for 2, cooking for 1, and then my one meal a day. And I've been doing it for so long, it's just what I do. It's just a part of me. The idea of having something at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's just so not me. So I love working fasted. I love coming home and being able to have my nice leisurely meal and afternoon. After that, it's legs up because I have waitress legs from so many years of being a waitress. And the clean intermittent fasting is what works for me. And I think that's where the miracle happens. Not having anything, no tic tac, no gum, no flavored water, nothing like that. Flavored coffee, nothing like that. Just the black, strong, very strong coffee. And I'm a hot coffee drinker year round, along with the water. Then I get to OMAD and I'm ready and I love it. I'm one of those that I do not like cold fruit and I do not like cold salads. My teeth are sensitive, probably from all those years of having six candy bars at the playground while I'm babysitting for little kids because I was just so addicted to sugar items. It was incredible. Why I don't have diabetes too, I don't understand because I was so addicted to it. The money that I spent on candy, I I can't even imagine how I did that. But I've got the fillings to show for it, and what an addiction to have. I'm so glad that I'm past that eating regular stuff, but I don't deny that it's still in there with me, and my sugar addict is one bite away from all of that crap again, and I don't want that. So I have these little desserts, and I still have the fruit. Oh, so I digress too. So what I do is when I leave for work at 6 in the morning, I take the salad and the chopped up, at this point it's the honeydew melon, out of the fridge, and I leave them on the counter. Actually, I put them in the toaster oven so the cats can't get any ideas, and close the little door. And so they're room temperature by the time I get home from work at noon and I'm ready to eat. It still hurts my teeth. So I'm a warm salad person, a room temperature person, and room temperature fruit. And then I'll have today, it will be that luscious pizza. I can't wait. 2 pieces of that. Tomorrow will be the steak. The day after that will be the other 2 pieces of pizza. So I'm good, planned with 3 planned meals. And I like that. It soothes the anxiety. I know what I'm having. It's good. And I made myself a promise that I would work out of my freezer. I do put a lot of one serving things in the freezer, like the soup or that pork and Brussels sprouts, cauliflower crumbles dish that I made. I put one last dish of that in the freezer so I can still finish up that. So I promised myself I'd be finishing up my onesies in the freezer, the soups, the stews, casseroles, things like that. There's eggplant parm in there as well. So that's what I do. It's simple. It's about food. It's totally different than I was eating 2 years ago when Greg was alive. It's totally different than what I was eating 5 years ago when I was like gnawing on 2 pound steaks and trying out being a carnivore. It's just lighter things on my stomach. I get the protein from the yogurt and the cottage cheese, sometimes regular cheese, smaller portions of meat. It still all continues to work for me, but it's totally different. And I love that. Excuse me. So, have a wonderful week. Enjoy your food programs. If you're doing something that works for you, share it down below because people are always looking for ideas to tweak their own program and get something that they can create and make into their own program. I'm not doing what so and so does. I'm doing what works for me. Is it wacky? Is it eccentric? Sure, but it works for me and isn't being satiated and not deprived, what it's all about when you finally get to there. There is a there that you can get to. It just took me 74 years. So thank you for watching. Couldn't do this without you. I'll see you here the next time. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom in Food with clean intermittent fasting and OMAD. Bye-bye for now.